Hello, hello, hello. I am the Linux Mitch. Have you ever tried to log into your system, your Linux system, and been unable to boot into it because the grub menu has been damaged? And sometimes this can happen after an update. It can also happen if you change kernels and forget to make grub, you'll be unable to boot into your system. So I'm going to show you how to fix it on Arch Linux. First of all, you should always have a live ISO on a thumb drive. I always keep one for myself. And for virtual machines, I always keep a live ISO on my computer. Now, if you don't have one and your grub menu is ruined, then you're going to have to go and borrow someone else's computer and download a live ISO. What you want to do is take the live ISO from the thumb drive, plug it into your hard drive, and boot into it. Or if you're running in a virtual machine, attach your virtual machine to a live ISO that's on your hard drive and boot into it. Once you boot into it, there's a few commands in the TTY and you can fix grub. And this is specifically for Arch-based system. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get to it. So I booted into my system from the live ISO. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the font larger. This you won't have to do. You can skip this step. I'm just doing it for the purpose of the video, so it's easier to see and read. So I'm going to type in that font here, -132N. There we go. I'm going to clear the screen. And what you want to do is mount into your system from this live Arch Linux ISO. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in this command, lsblk, because I want to see what my drives are. Now my drives are VDA1 and VDA2. Now VDA2 is the drive I want to mount into because that's the 40 gig drive of my Arch Linux system. And if it was bare metal, it would most likely be if it was bare metal, it would most likely be SDA2. But it's better to do an LSBLK to make sure you're mounting onto the right drive. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in this command, mount dev VDA2 MNT, and it's mounted. Now I'm going to mount into my boot drive, which is VDA1. So I'm going to type in mount dev VDA1, VDA1 / mount / boot. Now I'm going to root into the system. That means change root. And I'm going to change the root from the live ISO into my Arch Linux system. So I'm going to type in this command, root. Sorry, I did that wrong. I'm going to do arch dash root. That's better, huh? I don't know. Anyways, so I'm going to type in this command, arch-root space MNT. And now you can see the color has changed of the font because from the live ISO, I have access to my Arch Linux installation. So now what I'm going to do is type in this command, grub mk config -o, now that's an O and not a 0, boot /grub /grub config. And there it is. It's generating my boot menu for grub. So what I've done is I fixed the grub. And in many cases, this will fix it. if something goes wrong with your grub menu and you can't boot into it. And for sure, if you change kernels and forget to run this command, you won't be able to boot into your system, and you're going to have to log in from a thumb drive or an ISO on your system if it's a virtual machine and run this command. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect. So I'm going to exit. I'm going to unmount from it. So I'm going to type in this command, capital R -R /MNT. There you go. And now I can type in reboot, or I can just shut down. And I'm going to shut down. Shut down now. And this is a virtual machine, so it's shut off. And what you would want to do is, if it's a virtual machine, disconnect your ISO from your system and relog into your system. If it's bare metal, then you want to pull the thumb drive out and turn your computer back on, and you should be able to get in. In most cases, this will fix it. Now, if, let's say, your Arch Linux system is encrypted, you're going to go in the same way, you're going to use the same method, but the commands are going to be different. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to shut this. I'm going to log into an encrypted drive. I'm going to open up. So I'm logging into an encrypted drive now, and it's the same method from a live ISO on your system for a virtual machine, or plugging a thumb drive into your bare metal computer and logging in that way. Okay, so I've logged into the system. So first I'm going to change the font again. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing this for the purpose of the video. Set font. Here, 132. And there we go. We've made the font larger. So we're going to do the LSBLK. So again, we can see that it's VDA2 is the 40 gig hard drive that we want to log into. And VDA1 is our boot drive. And of course, if it was on bare metal, it would most likely be, not necessarily, but most likely be VDA2 would be the hard drive. Sorry, SDA2. SDA2 would most likely be the 40 gig hard drive. And SDA1 would most likely be your boot menu, but not necessarily. And that's why you do the LSBLK. Now, because this is an encrypted drive, I'm going to type in this command, LSBLK-F. And we can see that VDA2 is encrypted. See, VDA2 crypto 2, that means it's encrypted. So to log into that, we're going to have to type in this command. And I'm going to clear the screen. So we're going to type in this command, crypt setup, leave a space, lux, open with a capital O, dev VDA2 crypto underscore capital LU lux. I'm going to hit enter. Now it's going to ask me for my password. Now, if you forgot your encryption password, there's nothing you can do. The only way to fix it will be to reformat your drive and do a brand new installation of Linux. So I remember my password, so I'm going to type it in. And now it's encrypting the drive. It's just going to take a moment. Oh, you know what? I had my caps on. Let me try that again. You got to make sure you put the password in correctly. And it's going to unencrypt the drive. It's going to open the drive. It's just going to take a moment. And it's opened the drive. Now, I'm going to mount onto it. And again, mounting onto it is going to be a little bit different than we did for the unencrypted drive. It's similar, but the command's a bit different. I'm going to type in mount. /dev mapper /crypto underscore capital Lux space MNT. And it didn't work because I spelled crypto wrong. It's going to have the Y in there. Let's try that again. And it mounted. Now I'm going to mount into my boot menu the same way I would if the drive wasn't encrypted. So I'm going to type in this command to mount to the boot drive. dev vda1 mnt /boot. And I mounted in. Now I'm going to run my grub config. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to chroot into the system. MNT. Now I've chrooted into the system. Now I'm going to run my grub command. Grub make config -o, and that's an O and not a 0, /boot /grub period FCFG. And there it is. I just fixed my grub menu. I generated or make grub. So now I'm going to exit, and I'm going to make sure I'm unmounted. I'm going to type in umount -r/mnt. Now I'm going to shut down. Shut down now. And now what you want to do is, if it's a virtual machine, you want to disconnect your ISO from your virtual machine. If it's a bare metal computer, then you want to pull out your thumb drive, turn it on, and you should be able to get into your installation. So in this video, I showed you how to fix your grub menu when for some reason it's broken, whether it got broken from an update or it got broken because you changed the kernel and forgot to make grub, or it got broken for some other reason. I showed you how to log in to your system and how to fix it, and even how to log in and mount an encrypted drive. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. I am the Linux Mensch.